business is either an occupation, profession, or trade, or it is a commercial activity that involves the exchange of goods or services for profit. Hence, for this presentation, our group chose Boutique Vendor Farisha as a subject to our assignment. Boutique Vendor Farisha is the name of the business. It is a sole proprietorship business owned by Rosna Abu Bakar, which is located at Bandar Utama, Batang Kali. This boutique started their business amounting to 14,100 ringgit. Boutique Vendor Farisha's aim and activity in the business is selling of goods such as clothing, accessories, or specialty items to customers, especially towards hijabis that need modest clothing. Furthermore, the owner engaged in activities consisting of inventory management, customer service, and marketing to acquire more visibility for the organization and its products. This business also creates a unique in-store, which is in Batang Kali, and online shopping through TikTok and Instagram.
Hi everyone, my name is NURIN BINTI AZLI. Today I'm going to explain more about the business characteristic for Boutique Vendor Farisha. Boutique Vendor Farisha meets all of the characteristics of sole proprietorship. First, the business is registered under Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia (SSM) in 2018, which can be a proof that the business is legally registered. The second point is capital, which is also known as owner's equity. The owner started the business with all of her savings and she has never taken any loans. Next point is manage and control. So Boutique Vendor Farisha is managed and controlled by one owner that known as Puan Rosna Abu Bakar. Next is Boutique Vendor Farisha has unlimited liability. If the business had to close due to the bankrupt, the owner will take the risk to lose their personal assets. And the next one is profit and loss. Puan Rosna wants to endorse the risk of profit and loss, so she didn't take any loans to avoid the risk. Last but not least, book and account. Book and account is referring that there is no legal obligation to keep the books and prepare the account. For the business classification, we will be going through one by one. So the first one is assets. Boutique Vendor Farisha has two types of asset. The first one is non-current asset and the other one is current asset. The example for non-current asset is furniture and computer. The example for current asset is stock product, cash and account receivable. Next, the business doesn't have any liabilities because the owner didn't take any loans and doesn't have any debt to supplier.
Next, I will be presenting you the monthly revenue of Boutique Vendor Farisha. Boutique Vendor Farisha reaches 17,445 ringgit and 70 cents of revenue with 256 sales monthly, which leads to their profit amounting to 5,590 ringgit and 44 cents. This average amount of revenue continues to help the business to grow and develop more in the long term. Then, expenses of the Boutique Vendor Farisha spent to generate foreign income to the business are as above. The business spent 12,000 ringgit on purchase stock only. They also make payment for electricity, water and telephone bills, which cost them to RM 1,300 monthly.
And here is the recording process of Boutique Vendor Farisha. Boutique Vendor Farisha uses Microsoft Excel to record all of their transactions. The transactions that were made will be then recorded in Microsoft Excel using the format of journals. Then the total will be posted into ledgers that can be classified into general ledgers, sale. The purpose of recording process for Boutique Vendor Farisha is to check whether or not transactions have been recorded into the books of account. The owner, Rosna Abu Bakar, also stated that Boutique Vendor Farisha also made adjustment to the accounts at the end of accounting periods for accruals and prepayment of revenue expenses. Finally, Boutique Vendor Farisha prepares the financial statement using the information from the list of balance in the trial balance.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. My name is QAYYIMAH AJMAN. So now I will talk about the strength and the weakness of the recording process. Let's start with strength first. Number one is memory is being replaced. The owner business can remember the financial data in their company's financial statement. It is difficult for owner to record everything about their business finances, such as asset, expenses, profit and losses, if no financial process is recorded. Number 2 is systematic business record. The owner business is keeping a record of all the business transactions. It is crucial for every business, and it really helps to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence that we need to track the company's financial health and business performance. Last but not least is useful in budget formation. The financial statement of a business helps keep the business on track and provide certain control in terms of revenue and expenses. Various figures are extracted from financial records and used in the process to form a budget. Is weaknesses of recording process. Number 1 is accounting data is based on estimates. There must be some accounting data in every business that is dependent on estimates. As a result, in accounting estimation may be required because exact amounts cannot be determined. For information, this estimate will be based on the account or sole proprietorship, business owner personal assessment. There are many situations in accounting where such estimations are required, such as provision for doubtful debt. Last but not least is accounting knowledge. During the interview, we got a little bit of information that some of the staff is lack of accounting skills and knowledge, which it can significantly impact the business. Not having enough accounting knowledge in a business can lead to inaccurate financial records, poor decision making due to lack of financial insight, increased risk of financial fraud, and challenges in complying with regulatory requirements.